Hey, the link. Good morning. Let's catch up here with Senator Kelly just real quick because I know that you wanted to talk a little bit about this hearing that's coming up with Senator Talina Nelson.
Yes, it's so important that we're having this hearing, and so I really appreciate that she is having two a roundtable for some open discussion and then an oversight hearing. And it boils down to, and I think the senators that have had oversight over the Historic Preservation Office these last several years have been doing a really good job of that balance of both holding them to a very high standard in very tough situations, but also really looking for support, ways that they can help build up the office, because it's just a matter of fact that given the tasks at hand, they need more staff, they need more technical expertise to be able to handle all that's flooding into their office. So I will be testifying at the hearing, as will, I'm sure, many others. One of the things that I always impart or expect of our Historic Preservation Office is to hold to the standard of what is morally right, what is legal. As we know, as legislators and as a community, laws are being created all the time, and they're being updated and reframed all the time, because it's difficult for a law to get entities to do what is morally right. That, they're two different things, but our historic preservation has to ask for and demand and fight for what is morally right for the Chamorro people and for the community at large, because our environment, it's tied to our economy, it's tied to the identity of Chamorros, it's tied to our health and well-being, and that's a really big responsibility.
You're right, Senator Kelly. So that hearing again, that's on comments relative to the military buildup, and then I believe the oversight hearings on the state historic preservation office. Thank you, Senator. I also want to just say that I don't. It kind of seems to me like the SHPO office doesn't really realize the full power that it has to hold this buildup accountable. And I don't know
And
if that's because of the political will of the administration, because they don't really seem to be coming down on one side or the other.
I would boil it down to, and it's a very complex thing. I'm sure there are all kinds of factors, but in the big picture, I would boil it down to needing that technical expertise. So one of the things I've really advocated for is to hire consultants. I know that they are working on hiring more archaeologists. We just need that expertise in there. And so, I've known the people within the office for a lot of years, and I know that they want the right things to be happening for the community, but we just really need that expertise, because laws are complex, cultural resources are vulnerable and sacred and so significant. There are just so many factors, and nobody wants to misstep. And so what we really need is that professional guidance through the laws and through all these considerations. So I really continue to push for that. I just finished helping, so I'm with the Micronesian Area Research Center as a research associate, and I just helped put together a grant to help the Historic Preservation Office update and modernize their geographical information system, which is so important to knowing where the burials are, the sites are, these precious resources are, and it really will make things much more efficient and the work much more effective if we do this. So I really hope that grant is able to go through, and it would also get 3 graduate students on board to hopefully consider careers, because we need the people of Guam to consider these kind of careers and be the technical expertise in those offices.
Right. Well, thank you, Senator. I appreciate it.
Yes, and I'm sure there will be more discussion after the roundtable.